What will be the major changes to the UK asylum policy after Brexit?
Okay, well, thankfully, most of the UK's obligations under sort of international refugee law aren't associated with EU regulations or Brexit. So, you know, all of our international obligations will continue to apply. The, the biggest difference will be at the moment, there's a regulation called Dublin 3, which is an EU regulation that basically provides a mechanism whereby if somebody travels through Europe on their way to the UK and they're fingerprinted at any stage in that process, the Home Office can then send them back to the first country that they were fingerprinted in, if they claim asylum in the UK, and ask that country to deal with their asylum case. So that's it kind of working where the Home Office send people back to the first country that they were shown to be in the EU. And Dublin also works in reverse. So if, for example, you're in a European country and you've made a claim for asylum, you started a claim for asylum in Italy or Greece, for example, but you have a close family member in the UK, you can ask for the UK to deal with your asylum case and for you to be transferred for the UK for the purposes of family reunion. So the biggest difference will be at the moment, when we leave the EU after the transition period at the end of this year, there's no mechanism to replace those two provisions. So both in terms of the Home Office sending people back to a European country and transferring people to the UK who have got close family members. So those negotiations are happening now between the UK government and the EU. And so we're hopeful, certainly the Home Office has said that they want to replicate something like those provisions in domestic or in alternative legislation, but at the moment it's very unclear as to what that might look like because those negotiations are still ongoing. Certainly our position is we feel that it's very important that the mechanism to allow people to reunite with their family members, that has to be put in place in some other sort of alternative form of legislation. So we'll be calling on the government to do that.
Thank you.